So tell us about this part you're getting rave reviews for.
Well, I play this young girl, Sydney Prescott, who discovers that her boyfriend's this crazy serial killer who also killed her mother the year before that.
So what kind of research did you do for the part?
I don't get it.
Book.
They get Tori Spelling to play Sid, and they cast Joe Blow Nobody to play me. At least you get David Schwimmer. I get the guy who drove Jane Seymour's Stagecoach for one episode of Dr. Quinn.
All right, then let's take a peek at the movie. This is Tori Spelling, starring in the new film, Stab.
Let me go, Sid. I didn't do it. I'm innocent.
I know. Please.
Why won't you let me touch you?
Look, I've been going through a lot lately, Billy. And my mom...
Sid, I think you need to just deal with that and move on. I mean, when my mom left my dad, I accepted it. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Moms leave.
Yeah, your mom left town. She's not buried in a cemetery somewhere. My mom's dead and she's never coming back. Ever.
Stupid. Ooh, I love scary movies.
I'll wait for video. Okay, let's get down to business. The way I see it, someone's out to make a sequel. You know, cash in on all the movie murder hoopla. So it's our job to observe the rules of the sequel. Number one, the body count is always bigger. Number two, the death scenes are always much more elaborate. More blood, more gore. Carnage, candy. Your core audience just expects it. And number three, if you want your sequel to become a franchise, never, ever...
How do we find the killer, Randy? That's what I want to know.
Oh, let's look at the suspects. There's Derek, the obvious boyfriend. Hello, Billy Loomis. The guy's pre-med in his pity me surface wound conveniently missed every major vein and artery.
So you think it's Derek?
Not so fast. Let's assume the killer, or Urs, has a half a brain. He's not a Nick at Night rerun type of guy. He wants to break some new ground, right?
Right.
So forget the boyfriend. It's tired. Who else do we got?
There's...
Mickey, the freaky Tarantino film student. But if he's a suspect, so am I. So let's move on.
Well, let's not move on. Maybe you are a suspect.
Well, if I'm a suspect, you're a suspect.
Do you have a point? Okay. Let's move on to...
Hallie.
Sid's roommate?
Mm-hmm.
Serial killers are typically white males.
That's why it's perfect. It's sort of against the rules, but not really. Mrs. Voorhees was a terrific serial killer, and there's always room for Candyman's daughter. She's sweet. She's deadly. She's bad for your teeth.
Come on, Randy. These kids are your friends. Who do you think's the killer?
How about Gale Weathers?
Gale? A killer?
Why not?
Was she as vicious enough?
She's an opportunist.
Yeah.
Isn't it conceivable she's planning her next book? That's what reporters do, Dewey. They stage the news.
No, Gale's a lot of things, but Gale's not a killer.
Listen, just because you're sweet on her.
No, I'm not.
Please, this is me talking, Randy. The unrequited love slave of Sydney Prescott. I know all about obsession. And pain.
And you've got your love scar to prove it.
And so do you. And what's with that limp anyway? Because you were stabbed on the back.
Severed nerve. Look, Gale's no killer.
Okay, whatever you say. But if she's not a killer, she's a target.